Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today we have a fun one. Today we're going to be comparing Jett Lawrence versus his brother Hunter Lawrence. Obviously, we know both of them are incredible talents, generational, incredible riders, and I can't wait to get into a pros and cons list, and then after that we can talk a little bit more about these guys. But jumping into this pros and cons list, let's take a look at Hunter's pros and cons. For me personally, I think it's got to be. I mean, we'll hop into the pros first. That way, we're starting on a little bit more of a nicer side here. We're gonna go steady always. Like he's always steady. There's not really any times where he looks shaky through a main event or a heat. It's not to the point where he looks on edge, where he's doing a line and it looks like I don't know how long he can do that without crashing. It's kind of like that's a smooth line. And then when other guys do it, like basically he just always looks like he's gonna stay on two wheels no matter what. He's got a little bit more experience than his brother Jett Lawrence, but he can hold grudges, and that is a good and bad thing. But he holds grudges. We've seen, I mean, the attitude towards Nate Thrasher. Thrasher has complimented him multiple times in the press conference, and Hunter continues to keep a straight face and eye rolls. So I don't know, how that holds onto the track. Because I mean, obviously Thrasher wants to make amends and thinks the world of Hunter Lawrence, and obviously credit where credit is due. But I don't think Hunter Lawrence really has to take it in that way. But it can also be a good thing because you can't have friends. You can't be too nice on the racetrack, and I think that is something that can also flow to a guy's head. It's like, oh, this guy hasn't wronged me. It's like, so what? Go for the aggressive pass. You're trying to get to the lead or whatever the situation is, and so it's nice to kind of not hold a grudge, but it's also nice to hold to a degree for sure. And then something I also noted with him, his speed is up there for sure. He is fast. But I think that he's more smooth than he is fast, more consistent than he is speed. And that being said, it's just a pro, but it is also a con. He doesn't have that raw speed. He has that raw speed, but not of his brother. And that's really what we're comparing today is the two. And just how smooth he is, how like technically sound he is. It's just incredible to watch him go through a main event. If you could just watch him for 15 minutes ride through a main event this last week in Indianapolis, oh my God, that would be a treat. I mean, the way that he can navigate the track and can adapt, and that is his next pro. His ability to adapt, him and his brother both have this quality. Just in the fact from moving to Australia to California or to Florida or to the United States of America, wherever it is that they moved from, Europe to America, settled right in, and they can also adapt to a track. Mostly outdoors is one that I saw a lot. A lot of them, they end up, going in these lines that not a lot of guys were taking until it was like about, 3 laps deep of the Lawrence brothers taking a separate line, and then the rest of the field started to really catch on. So, they have a really, like, they've got good eyes. They're pretty smart riders. They know really when to change it up. They know what's good and what's bad. They can tell what's slow and what's fast in their head. But we'll move to Hunter's cons now. Hunter Lawrence's cons list. It's once again, he holds grudges. Already been over why that's kind of more and can be a bad thing. He's a tad bit slower. He's still the second fastest dude in the 250 class. Still a tad bit slower than his brother. And then his starts are really spotty. They can be good. I don't know. It all depends on the week. This last, I think, 2 weeks, he's looked pretty good start wise. So we'll see how he can kind of finish out the season. We've got Detroit, and then we're headed west to Seattle, I think. So we'll see how he does in Detroit starts wise, but that is definitely a con for him. And he dwells too much on a bad result. So like if he comes up in 5th or even 3rd, he dwells a little bit on it, a little too much. I don't think he needs to be quite that hard on himself, but that is what good riders are made of. They need to be held accountable, but to the point that you're getting upset over, a one-off week and your worst result of the season being a 4th or even a podium. It's not a little dramatic or anything like that, but it is a little not reasonable, I guess. I understand people work differently. I used to be pretty tough on myself. I still am to a different degree. Not like as a kid anymore, I couldn't land a freaking backflip, and so I wanted, to land it, that sort of deal. But cons as well as triple crowns. Same for his brother. Same for the family. I guess his mom and dad both struggle at triple crowns as well. But right here we will move on into Jett Lawrence's pros and cons. Jett Lawrence, I see as a pro, his fast and smooth ability to get around a racetrack. Like I said with Hunter, it always looks like a sure thing, and the line always looks so clean. It doesn't look like he's ever gonna go down, or it's how long can he keep that up? It's always so fast, fluid, smooth, and whatnot. So really, really solid talent Jett is, and his starts are also pro. I mean, he's always up there. Not always, but he's got a better percentage than most guys out there. Huge resume with how many championships, wins, and all that good stuff he's got, and the guys that he's beaten and whatnot. And we've talked about the ability to adapt as a younger kid moving from Europe to the States, and just track wise where he can move from a triple to a triple double to a double triple, and realize that it's a bit faster. So that sort of deal. Both of those qualities are huge in a rider, and we're getting through these a little bit faster than we were on Hunter Lawrence's, because Hunter's was a little bit more of a breakdown. Jett's is kind of just stating everything that everyone already knows. He is a little bit younger as well, kind of gives him even a little bit more room to kind of develop as well. So there's that as well. Cons, triple crowns. Triple crowns, definitely a con of the Lawrence brothers for sure. And when he crashes, once in a blue moon, when he crashes, normally it's pretty hard due to high speed. So normally we see him going so fast, and it's incredible to watch. So most of the time when he does crash, it's pretty serious. It can be pretty gnarly looking and whatnot. So that is probably my only two cons on Jett Lawrence. Regardless, though, these two are both incredible riders. I cannot wait to see how their careers grow. Should be really exciting to see how this season finishes out. We get that 250 showdown. I don't know if we get one or two this year, but we get that 250 showdown. It should be incredible racing. I'll see you guys then. I don't know what's today, Thursday or Friday. I couldn't tell you, but we'll definitely have a race breakdown soon. So that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.